Hello, everyone. My name is Alexia Childress, and I am the co-president of the National Pre-Health Conference. We are going to get started about now. We've waited several minutes for everybody to join and get comfortable with the Zoom information. So we will get started with the disclaimer.
Hello, everyone.
The information provided by the National...
I am the co-president of the National Pre-Health Conference. We are going to get started.
One minute, please. Technical difficulties. All right, sorry about that. Thank you. I had the YouTube up. All right. Okay. So like I said, my name is Alexia Childress, and I will go ahead and read the disclaimer and we will get started. So the information provided by the National Pre-Health Conference through the following webinar is for general informational purposes only. All information on the webinar is provided in good faith. However, students should seek competent advice for issues related to their specific circumstances. We make no warranty, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, reliability, or completeness of any information. Now, I have the great honor of introducing our president and founder, Alexia Bayana of the National Pre-Health Conference.
Thank you, Alexia. And hello, everyone. Welcome to the National Pre-Health Conference of 2020. It is a great honor for me to introduce the very first conference of our organization. My name is Alexia Bayana, and I am a student at the University of Pennsylvania, and also the founder of this event, which was born from the idea of helping students feel connected during these isolating times. Our lives have undergone major changes this year that most of us were not ready for, not just by the COVID-19 pandemic that has infected millions of people worldwide, sent many into unemployment, and in some cases, taken the lives of our loved ones. But also, at a personal level, this quarantine period has forced us to adapt to a new reality where we feel more disconnected from our communities than ever before. So if you have been feeling anxious, fearful, or confused lately, let me tell you that you are not alone. I can assure you that many of the 1,000 plus students who will be attending this conference, myself included, have felt this way too. And these feelings are completely normal in such times of uncertainty. But if there is something that I have learned in my lifetime, is that every challenge can be turned into an opportunity to grow if we choose to see it from the right perspective. I was born and raised in Mexico City, in a low-income working family. At age 12, my sisters and I moved to the United States of America, the land of freedom and of opportunity. Our journeys, however, have not been easy. At home, we struggled financially for many, many years. And at school, my ability to speak English was limited when I first got here, so communicating my ideas was extremely challenging. But I made mistakes frequently, ignoring the students who laughed at me or made fun of my accent, because I knew that I was determined to overcome this obstacle using the two most powerful weapons in my arsenal, faith and perseverance. So school became my refuge and solid foundation because I knew that it was the main way for me to help my family have a better life. My high school counselor, Ms. Jacobs, encouraged me to apply to competitive schools, which at the time really seemed like a distant dream from me, being a first-generation, low-income, undocumented student. But her words resonated so loudly in my heart and my mind that my own limitations could not stop me anymore. Because of her advice, I was able to become a finalist for the Questbridge College match and eventually receive a scholarship to attend the University of Pennsylvania. And I am here today, grateful for my heritage and aware of my former circumstances and present challenges, knowing that in no other country on earth is my story even possible. And I am very grateful for that. I share this with you not to show off, but rather to encourage you to never, ever let your circumstances stop you from reaching your destiny and to use every challenge as an opportunity to either grow, learn, or help others along the way. This conference was founded from an understanding of the many challenges that we, as students, have faced during the pandemic. Most of us had to move back home and away from our friends, mentors, resources, and the campus life that made handling academics more bearable. Some of us had to go places where the internet connection was not reliable, and finding quiet study spaces was not always an option. But I want you to know that despite our circumstances, it is possible to continue pursuing our professional goals, especially if we do it together. I am extremely humbled to be learning alongside you during this conference because I am a student just like you, thinking about pursuing a career in medicine while also adjusting to the global shift to online learning environments. That's why the National Pre-Health Conference team has gathered all of these amazing resources that will help us continue working hard and dreaming big. Our mission is to motivate you and encourage you that we can all feel connected, even though we are far apart. There are three words that are at the very core of this conference: knowledge, unity, and empowerment. The knowledge to make informed decisions about our future careers. The opportunity to connect with the network of physicians, professors, scientists, and also other students around the world so that you can achieve both your professional goals and also your personal goals. Our biggest desire is that you feel more prepared and motivated for the upcoming school year. And regardless of the obstacles that we are facing, you are prepared for what's coming. Your participation is what brings this event to life. So thank you so much for being here today. I would also like to thank our wonderful guest speakers and generous sponsors who have helped us reach many students around the country and the world, connect with renowned experts and guest speakers who will be participating in our conference, and also paid for our Zoom platform. And the amazing team of student leaders who put together this National Pre-Health Conference, which is fully virtual and free, and did this in under 2 months. Without their hard work and our accountability, this conference would not have been possible. On that note, I would like to introduce now one of the hardest working individuals that I have ever met, and someone that I have the privilege of calling my friend. She invested her time, leadership skills, and ample experience planning events for students into making this conference happen. This young woman is amazing. So please welcome our co-president, Alexia Childress.
Thank you so much, Alejandra. I am so proud to be your co-president and to call you my friend. As Alejandra mentioned, my name is Alexia Childress, and I am the co-president of the National Pre-Health Conference. I am a third-year pre-medical student in Barrett the Honors College at Arizona State University, with a major in medical microbiology and a minor in Spanish. To all the ASU students joining us out there today, go Sun Devils! We have future healthcare professionals like Alejandra, like you, sitting here today, wondering, when will this pandemic be over? When can we go back to campus? When can we start our lives back up again? I've been wondering these questions. We've been wondering these questions. As a student just like you, I have experienced a range of challenges that have made this year very difficult. How many of you haven't seen your family in person in a long time? How many of you had your research, internship, program, study abroad canceled this year? How many of you got up this morning and haven't changed your outfit in a few days, thinking, what's the point? That question, what's the point, is something we've all been asking ourselves day to day. What is the point of working hard or putting in any effort if all our plans are just going to be canceled this year? I am here to tell you that there is a point. We can't wait to start our lives back up again. The time is now to rev up our engines and start preparing for our life-changing careers. We can't let this pandemic hold us back from achieving our goals and reaching our dreams. Like some of you, I have dreamed of becoming a healthcare professional since I was very young. Many of us choose to go into this profession because we want to help people or because we were personally affected by healthcare. This year, we saw firsthand how the healthcare industry has been impacted by this pandemic. As the future of this industry, it is vital that we better prepare for future healthcare issues that will impact our society again. With all that said, I am so excited to introduce you to the National Pre-Health Conference of 2020. During this event, you will experience tools, advice, and guidance that will allow you to go out and change that world for the better. Our goal for this innovative and inspirational event is to allow you to take away something that will make a positive impact in your life and your academic career. The time is now more than ever to utilize this upcoming virtual age as a result of the pandemic in order to prepare for the next generation of healthcare professionals. We have top experts in the health sector joining us today, and for the next 2 days, there will be a topic for every single one of you, including medical research, academic medicine, nursing, pharmacy, healthcare technology, and much more. And I am so excited to share with you that joining us today is Dr. Brittany Parker from Mayo Clinic, Dr. Laura Callender from UPenn, Dr. Lawrence Brass from UPenn, the Honors College faculty from the University of South Florida, Dr. Shavonna Wynn from Johns Hopkins, Ms. Florencia Martinez-Ariego from Georgetown, and Dr. Nina Shapiro from UCLA. We have a theme for every single day. And today, we are focusing on exploring the different medical careers that you could take in healthcare. Now, let's get this party started and transition into event details and important information to allow you to have the best experience possible. All right, so first off, the basics. Webinar logistics. We have several features that are different from the regular Zoom meetings that you guys might be used to during school, classwork, anything of the like. We have a Q&A feature. At the bottom of your screen, you should see a Q&A button. We ask that during the presentation, you click on that button and type in any questions that you might be having. We will not be doing live questions during the session. We ask that you put these questions in this chat, and then the host, after the presentation, will read the most upvoted questions and the most commented questions to the presenter. Along with that, there's little buttons next to the questions that allow you to upvote the questions that make them more likely to be asked. Next, we have a polling feature. Later during the event, we will enable some polls during presentations that will allow you to get an insight into what your audience, your fellow audience members are, and some questions that the host will ask. We also have the raise hand feature. If you do have any questions during the event, just raise your hand, or if you would like to sympathize with the presenter, like I felt that way too, feel free to use the raise hand function. And then using chat, we ask that you keep the chat pretty simple in your discussion. No too many paragraphs, please, and keep it condensed. Next, we will meet the sponsors. So we have an amazing group of sponsors that have transformed our conference and allowed us to bring it to life so that you can receive the advice and guidance that you need to go out and change the world. So a big thank you to the Penn Program for Diversity and Inclusion for providing so much support that allowed us to make this conference possible. And then also, on another note to thank Student National Medical Association, AMWA, APSA, Consensus Health, General Intelligences, Free the MCAT, and SHOW.
So now our social media. We're very active on social media and we would love to connect with you all. We have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and also YouTube. So feel free to subscribe and like our content. We will be posting updates and important information during the conference and also about future events so that we can stay connected in the near future. So please subscribe to our accounts. Additionally, we have a social media contest where we would like to hear from you. What was your favorite part about the National Pre-Health Conference? What did you learn? How did the conference impact your life? We want to hear all about your experience. So the instructions for this are posted on our website and all of our social media accounts. And the winner of this contest will receive a $50 Amazon gift card. We do make this contest available for students in the United States. So please provide an address that it's in the US if you are the winner of this contest. So in order to participate, please post your participation of the National Pre-Health Conference. This could be you sitting in front of your computer or watching the YouTube live stream. Feel free to be creative and include photos, a blog post, video, or other media in your post so that you can bring your experience to life. And please follow us on any of our social media accounts, including the ones that I mentioned before, like Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. After that, please tag us on your social media post by using the hashtag NPHC2020.
All right. So the Research Expo is one of our special events that we will be having these next 2 days. At the end of today, on day 1, from 6 to 7 p.m., you will hear from a select group of students from all over the country present their remarkable research projects. And then on day 2, at the same time, 6 to 7 p.m., you will also hear a different group present their remarkable research projects. And we ask that you stick around because we will have a poll at the end of each day where you can vote your favorite presentation of that day. That is one of our awards called Audience's Favorite. At the end of day 3, our team will award certificates of achievement to 4 outstanding presenters. The first one is Best Presentation. We will vote on the most engaging presentation during both days. An audience's favorite, the audience will vote their most favorite presentation on both days. And then most innovative is the most innovative research project. As someone who goes to ASU, we're very big about innovation. And to me, that means something we haven't really seen before in our community or society that will make a remarkable change in population health and impact it in a way we really haven't seen before. So we will vote on that presentation at the end of the conference. So stick around for the closing statement on day 3 to hear who won. And then for those of you who are interested, we have a Research Expo virtual gallery. We are really excited about this. We put a lot of work into this tab. It is on one of our pages on our regular website at www.nationalprehealthconf.org/research-expo. Check it out. You can see every single presenter's research project and presentation, also where they are from, and some details about them as well. So go ahead and give it a check out. All right, lastly, coming soon to everybody, I am very excited about this. After the event is over, we still want to keep you updated on all things MPHC, which we will do through all of our social media tabs, but also through the MPHC monthly newsletter. We created a page on our website at www.nationalprehealthconf.org/newsletter. You can go on there and check out what will be on the newsletter, which I have on this slide. And also, if you have any events, announcements, information, scholarship information that are national level that you would like to include in the newsletter, you have the opportunity to do so. We have 3 forms on there. One of them is Student Spotlight. If you have any friends, peers, or students that you would like to nominate to highlight them for their outstanding work that they've done, this can be in research, student jobs, community service, pretty much anything. Go ahead and nominate them on that form. And the second form is general submissions. This is for everything on this list besides student spotlights. And then also, if you were not able to register for the conference, please go on this form and submit your email in the email list form. So I'm able to add you to the list and you can still receive those newsletters. All right, so up next, we are going to do a little game to familiarize you guys with the national level of our audience. So stay tuned 1 minute. All right, so for those of you who may be familiar with it, what we are using today is called Pear Deck. It is an online add-on for Google Slides that allows you to interact with your fellow audience members and with the panelists as well. So we're going to get started on that right now. All right, so go ahead and open a new tab in your computer or join from your phone and go ahead and log in at joinpd.com. It's a little similar to Kahoot, but it's a more interactive way for us to hear your responses and what you have gone through this year to better cater our presentations to you.
Oh, and one thing, I just wanted to bring up that we did have a presentation scheduled for this time, in case that any of you guys are wondering, but unfortunately we had to cancel that first presentation, so we will do this instead.
And for those of you joining us from the YouTube live stream, you are more than welcome to also log in on this website and join this code. For any of our pair decks that we might be doing during these next 3 days, you are more than welcome to join. We're going to wait a few more minutes to get more people logged in. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started then. All right, so on your screen, you should see this question. How have the events of this year affected your academic career? And at the bottom right of your screen, you should see share answer or show answer. And go ahead and type in your answers and let us know what you think.
And for this, we will be showing some of our answers on the screen. So make sure you write something that is not too personal and you're comfortable sharing with the group.
All right, so some things that were written are, I had to reschedule my MCAT, take classes online. That has been a very big, impactful situation that has happened to a lot of pre-health students. Research project was canceled. Summer internship was canceled. We felt more lonely during this time. Yeah, a lot of things have been canceled this year because of the pandemic. Yeah, I've been doing my research remotely as well. It's been a little difficult for those of us working in wet labs. It's been a lot of scientific writing and pushing off the experiments until a point where it's safe to come in, but it's still difficult to determine when it's safe to come in.
Right. And I've also been doing research, and actually most of mine, like obviously remotely, but what we do in my lab, it's pretty digital. So I've been able to do most of the things that I was supposed to be doing. But it's also been hard just being away from the other people working at the lab. And it just feels isolating to have to do everything remotely.
Yeah. Yeah, community service has been canceled. It's been very difficult to find community service projects online in your community. I know I've been trying to find some. I used to volunteer at a hospital. I'm sure many of you do as well. And of course, they won't let us go back to the hospitals because of the pandemic. And so another way that I have found volunteer opportunities is online. I Google online community service opportunities, and I found a few that people make through Zoom, and they create websites for KA activities, or they make homemade masks, or they make art for nursing homes. And there's just a variety of things you could do. You just have to learn how to get outside of that box and go online. And one thing that's really interesting about this pandemic is that we have transitioned into this almost entirely virtual age, and we had to learn how to be accustomed to Zoom and to other environments and be able to learn and impact our careers through those environments. So it's interesting how society has transitioned into that.
Yeah, and I also see a lot of students say that they have been feeling not too motivated, and I can totally relate to that. I think just being quarantined and away from our friends and mentors, and also just from our college campuses, like what I said earlier, it's hard to like kind of find purpose during these times. So I really encourage you guys who feel like you haven't been as motivated as you would want to be to really attend our events for the last day. That day is really focused on empowering you and making sure you feel ready for the school year and have a lot of energy and are ready to keep going, even though it's challenging.
Exactly. And our next question is, did you have any type of program canceled this year? Research, internship, study abroad, anything? Yep, a majority. I know personally, I had my research canceled. I had my study abroad. I was studying abroad in Switzerland last spring. And while it was supposed to be 6 months, it was only one. And I've had my community service project canceled. My student jobs were canceled. Pretty much everything was canceled this year. And I had to find new ways to accustom to this new environment that I was exposed to. Yeah, and another goal that we want for this conference is to allow you to find opportunities as well. Listening to different presenters speak about their journeys through healthcare and also different healthcare ideas allow you to ignite something in your career. All right, for our next question, this is a more artsy one, I would say. Draw a dot if you are joining us from the United States on where you are coming from.
Yeah, if you're coming from abroad, maybe draw a dot like outside of the US, like on the sea or something. That's awesome. So a lot of people from Florida, and that's actually where I'm at right now, Pennsylvania, California. This is great.
Yeah, those of you joining from the West, it's pretty early, so kudos to you.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a workout. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of people in the East, which we are expecting at this time.
Yes.
All right, awesome. Thank you for your responses. Up next, who are you? It's a pretty straightforward question. Are you a high schooler? Are you an undergrad, a postgrad? Are you a parent or a guardian? Are you a faculty member? Let us know who you are. Yeah, a lot of undergrads. Love it.
Yes. And also, I like that a lot of high schoolers are here too. Maybe not right now, but in the conference, it's awesome that you're getting an early start to thinking about careers and your future. So that's awesome, high schoolers.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do in high school, so big kudos to you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, awesome undergrads. Next, what topics are you most excited for over the next 3 days? We have so many topics. If you haven't already, please go check out the schedule on our website. We have a giant list of amazing healthcare experts and presenters joining us today, tomorrow, and on Saturday. And we'll be sharing amazing topics. And also, if you haven't checked it out already, we sent out the program guide to everybody in the email. And it is also located on our website. If you do not get that email, it's the second tab. It's just called Program Guide. Feel free to check it out. It has everything from our team to the Research Expo to the schedule.
Yes, and it also has some information about each of our guest speakers. So if you're interested in a specific topic from the schedule, you could also go to the program and learn more about who is going to be presenting that topic and how they are qualified and great speakers for that.
So we have a lot of students interested in the MD path and application, which is wonderful. Awesome. And navigating research as an undergrad.
Awesome. Admissions. I'm very interested in that too.
MCAT prep. On our second day, we have an MCAT prep session. It's called How to Crush the Chem and Phys section and Cars section of the MCAT. Feel free to check that out at the end of day 2. Yes, medical humanities. We have our panel discussion of medical humanities today. Very exciting. We also have a nursing speaker joining us on day 2. MD Path, MD PhDs joining us today. All right. Thank you for your responses. Up next, what are your interests? We named the National Pre-Health Conference Pre-Health because we know students in undergrad or high school aren't necessarily sure that they want to be pre-med students exactly. So we want to give you an insight into the umbrella of different careers that you could enter into. And so please let us know what your interests are.
Yes, and on that note, this year's theme is called A Future in Medicine. So that's why most of our speakers are doctors or PhDs and focus mainly on the medical path. But in future years, we're expecting to have more speakers from all these different fields that we just mentioned. So, yes.
Awesome. So we have a lot of pre-medical students and some doctoral students, physician assistant, public health, dental, which is great. All right, thank you for your responses. And lastly, this is the end of our pear deck and our opening statement. And we are so grateful to have everybody, every single one of you here to allow you to change your academic life and careers for the better. We want to remind you that this conference is very long, and during the breaks that we'll be having in between each presentation, please get up, move around, stop staring at your device or computer, allow to give your eyes a rest so that you give your body rest and you are prepared to learn in the next presentation.
Yes, thank you so much, all of you guys, for being here. And please join us for our first speaker in a few minutes, and for the rest of the presentations. We are very glad that you're here today.